Om Namah Shivaya, Om Amrita. Hey everyone here. It's Spandan Roy from class 12C Commerce from Amrita Vidyalaya. Is going to explain you a simple topic, that is rural development. Rural development means an action plan for the social and economic growth of the rural areas. Now we will look after what is rural credit. Rural credit or agricultural credit means credit for farming. Credit is the lifeline of farming activity in rural areas. Most farming families in India are small and marginal holders, producing just enough for subsistence. They seldom generate surplus for the further investment. The need for credit, therefore, is unavoidable, and the generation lag between sowing and harvesting of the crop is quite long. That compounds the need for credit to meet the initial investment on seeds, fertilizers, implements, and some other family expenses like marriage, death, birth, or other religious ceremonies. Credit needs of the typical Indian families are broadly classified into three categories. Number 1, short-term credit. Number 2, medium-term credit. Number 3, long-term credit. Now let's start with what is short-term credit. Short-term credit is basically required for the purchase of inputs like seeds, fertilizer, pesticides, and insecticide, besides making payments of electricity bill. Now let's turn to medium-term credit. So, medium-term credit is required for number 1, purchase of machinery, number 2, construction of fences, number 3, digging the well. And now let's move to the third, that is long-term credit. So, long-term credit is required for number 1, the purchase of additional land, or number 2, carrying of permanent improvement on the existing land. So now again recall the three terms, that is short term, medium term, and long term. Now as we have known that what is rural credit, so we will know that what is the sources of rural credit. Sources of rural or agricultural credit are broadly classified as number 1, institutional, and number 2, non-institutional. Of the two, non-institutional sources are the conventional or traditional sources, while the institutional sources are modern and emerging sources. Now let's look after what is non-institutional. So now let's look after what is non-institutional sources. Non-institutional sources like landlords, village traders, and money lenders are the three important sources of non-institutional rural credit in India. And then we will look after what is institutional sources. Now, the institutional sources include government, cooperatives, commercial banks, and number 4, the regional rural banks. Now we have done that. We are done with what is non-institutional institutional sources. Now we should also look after these sources. These societies are to ensure timely and rapid flow of credit to the farmers, elimination of the money lenders and credit agencies, spread credit facilities across all regions of the country, provision of adequate credit in areas covered by special programs of development. Now okay, let's keep up till this. So thank you all of you for watching this video. I hope all of you guys have liked it. So thank you. Om Namah Shivaya.